Good morning, Spiritual View. Welcome in and welcome to your Monday morning. I am Marsha and I am the host here on Monday on the channels. We are a collective of soul sisters who have come together. We have merged our magic and our modalities, and there is a new reader featured every day of the week. And then we also go live on this channel on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification buttons, and if anything in this reading resonates with you, be sure to give me a thumbs up. We have recently reached that threshold of 1,000+ subscribers at this point. So thank you, Spiritual View community, for continuing to have faith in us and come back and lock arms with us as we just proceed on this spiritual journey together. So today is Monday, April the 7th. And guess what? I'm late for a very important date. That is how I feel because my video is late today and I do apologize. I don't want to say pride myself, but I am the quintessential morning person. I wake up every day excited and energized and ready to go. And although Mercury is stationing direct today, it tripped me up and I had my weekend alarm set. And so everybody in the Salty Mama shack was late today, including me. So please forgive me. Rest assured, I've got some important news to deliver, if you will. The astro weather of the week. I've got 6 important takeaways that I just want to run through with you kind of quickly. Down in the description box below, there is a more detailed day by day synopsis and I guess just really some more information for you to kind of chew on as the week unfolds. So take a look at it. You may want to copy it, come back to it. There's really some good information in there. But as I mentioned, we've got good news this week with Mercury stationing direct today. The mental fog is probably going to clear, communication getting back on track, delays, mix-ups, all of that's going to be loosening its grip. But remember, as I alluded to, it takes a minute for Mercury to get back moving again. So let's just ease into it. Use this week to kind of reflect on, so the totality of the Mercury retrograde, let's use this week to reflect on what we learned, especially around how you speak, how you listen, how you make decisions. Mercury direct is kind of your green light, but ease into that gas pedal. Okay, just ease into that one. The second kind of big um, transit, let's talk about the lunar transits this week really quickly because it's going to lead up to that full moon we're having on the weekend. But the mood swings of the moon this week, okay, they're going to be giving some main character vibes, I promise. We start off the week today with moon in fiery Leo. And not just that, but the sun is at 18 degrees of Leo, which is an exalted degree for the sun. So this day, you're going to be bounding forth with some clarity. The fog's going to lift. You're going to have some energy. Um, Moon in Leo, boy, it's fiery, it's dramatic, it can be expressive. But then we're going to shift later towards the midweek to a moon in Virgo. And moon in Virgo, moon doesn't really like it being in Virgo, but um, it is good to help us sort through the details, sort through the emotional details, and kind of helping us to ground our emotions. Um, then we're going to go from Virgo into that Libra energy later in the week, late Thursday, kind of into Friday, um, which is beautiful. And I'm going to highlight that right after that Saturday full moon. Yes, moon goes into Scorpio. So deep waters, intense, emotional, and transformative, all in a good way. Okay. What I want you to notice about the lunar transits is how your emotional energy kind of evolves each day. It's a great week to observe your own kind of inner tides and plan accordingly. Rest when you need it. Yes, don't shy away from breakthroughs though when they happen. Okay, let the emotions come, let the breakthroughs come. Now, the full moon in Libra, it's a major headline of the week. Okay, so we've got a full moon in Libra happening on the 12th, and this lunation has legs back to the new moon that took place in September of last year. And it's really all about relationships, balancing, and karmic closures. So 23-degree Libra, this full moon is going to shine a spotlight on how we relate to others, whether that be romantic, personal, even our friendships. Yes. It's syncing up really beautifully with this Venus in Pisces. So we're blending kind of this dreamy, unconditional love with Libra's need for fairness and balance. Take advantage of that. This could be a moment where something comes full circle, a relationship resolves, a new one blossoms perhaps, or you realize what really it is that needs to shift to restore balance in your life. So keep your heart open, be honest about what you truly need in all your partnerships, okay, including partnership with the self. Another big happening on the 12th, landing on this day also is, and immediately after the full moon apex, Venus is going to station direct. Same thing applies. She's going to need a little time to get into full swing, but this is big, y'all, because if you have felt like love, money, career, creative flow, or anything like that was paused or spinning in circles, green light this week, okay? Yeah, I mean, think back to late January, early February. Things were in retrograde. Not a single planet was, well, let me put it this way. All personal and major planets were in their detriment in a fall. Nothing was moving, nothing was going forward. This really is the beginning of the new year. So, main points with that Venus stationing direct is she's also going to conjunct Saturn and the North Node. Y'all, I'm telling you, I don't care what else happens this week. If you're making a commitment, getting married, that Venus conjunct Saturn and the North Node, I really like that for those things. So, like I said, despite anything else going on, but y'all, this is seriously karmic, soulful energy. It is like a cosmic checkpoint where you can ask, Venus started retrograde back in March. So, what do you really value? Who is aligned with you, your heart, and your future? Okay. Expect major themes of love. Also, when we're talking about Venus, we're talking about self-worth. We are talking about money. We are talking about financial markets. Okay. And in that regard, Venus and Saturn, it's going to get dicey. It absolutely can. But you might also see some major breakthroughs, commitments, and even a beautiful fated connection come to light this week. And anybody who can hear my voice who have planets or placements anywhere between 22 and 26 of Pisces, this is going to be very personal for you. Okay, you guys. On the 12th again, another big happening is a finger of fate. It's called a yod. You guys, this is big. This is a rare and very powerful aspect. As I mentioned, it's called a finger of fate, and it's pointing us straight toward destiny. Again, it's on April the 12th. It's in configuration with Venus and Saturn in Pisces and Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus, y'all, is going to move to 25 degrees from 24. So, highlighting themes again around love, finances, and values, and with a twist, because there could be sudden realizations and divine timing about the choices that align with your higher path. Okay. Pay attention to what feels divinely orchestrated. I need you to be grounded this week. Those fingers of fate are really impossible to ignore. So, the universe is going to be nudging you, pushing you towards something that is aligned with you. And it may be unexpected. It's Uranus and Taurus. Okay. So, expect the unexpected. Last but not least, the other big takeaway this week is we're going to have Mars Our cosmic action hero is about to wrap up its tour in the sensitive emotional Cancer where it doesn't really like to be, and it's going to start getting ready to roar again over there in Leo. But before that shift happens, Mars is going to stir up some emotional waves, especially as it edges closer. It's going to have an opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. So that tension is not going to really peak till later this month, but I want to kind of put it in your mind now. Because you can, if you're sensitive, you're probably going to feel it bubbling up already, but take care with regard to power struggles and emotional reactivity this week, okay? And always, but Mars, in as it's kind of getting ready in Leo, will bring more boldness and more passion. But right now, we're in this kind of murky transition zone. So choose your battles wisely and words, okay? All that said, that was a lot. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's jump into your daily divine forecast. I'm going to start off with some oracle cards from the Sacred Symbol Oracle deck, just to see kind of what we think is happening this week and what Spirit really wants to bring to our attention. Also happening this week on the channel, we are going to host a full moon in Libra ceremony. And your host that evening will be the lovely Dawn. She is bringing along her trusted compadre Nat and her beautiful meditations that just seem to really resonate with the moment. The ladies here from the Spiritual View who are available, we will join in as always, and we invite you to get ready for that. We will post on the community page information and what you might need to bring to that ceremony, but generally speaking, you're going to need a candle, something to write with, and something to write on. Bring some water and be ready to get grounded and cleansed, and bring some things to closure so that new doors will open for you. So hope you will join us on that on Saturday. So what we think is going on this week. Stormy, okay. What we think, oh my gosh, that's a 21 card, Stormy. Listen, it is not lost on me that with regard to on the world stage right now, it seems stormy. And I don't watch the news. Somebody mentioned to me that this day there was speculations that the US stock markets could take a major tumble, and obviously that's in the collective. We've got a lot going on in with the Ukraine, Russia. We've got a lot going on in the Middle East. There is a lot, not to mention major storms, earthquakes, tornadoes, all happening. And it is clearly in the collective energy right now. And with planets moving direct, stationing direct, oh yes, we feel genned up. We feel the energy storminess kind of coming at us. But what is really happening this week? We have divinity, divine timing. Absolutely, that finger of fate, that yod, and many other things happening this week are just divinely timed. We are meant to be on a certain path, and we're going to get there one way or another. And this is underneath. It's not a card I'm going to take, but it's home. We are being divinely guided back to the tribes, the people, the values of our home, where we're supposed to be. So that's a 21 and a 20 card. Stormy is 21. Divinity is 20. I'm going to go ahead and read both of those today. Let's start with 21. Let's do it. Drama straight ahead. This is what we think is going on, okay? Prepare and brace yourself. Conditions are not favorable at this time. Wait the storm out before proceeding. Please don't worry either. The weather can change very quickly. Meditate on this when you want to call on your sea legs to keep you safe and secure through a hardship or a stressful period. If you're inquiring about a relationship, Please be warned that this situation will bring a lot of upheaval to your path and to proceed with caution. So at the end of this Mercury Venus retrograde, if you still feel stormy about a relationship, it's not for you. There's the evaluation period is done. Let go of those stormy feelings. Let go of the tension. Okay, it's not aligned with you. This is the week of go time. Do not fight for your limitations. Stop it. Because what's really happening this week, y'all, divinity, you are divine. And this message comes with a warning and a blessing. Drawing this card invites you to proceed with love over fear. No matter what your situation or relation, proceed only from a place of unconditional love, reverence, and understanding. Life is filled with choices. Make sure they are ones that respect all involved, including yourself. Meditate on this symbol when you want to connect with the unseen elements to bring you support. This is a heptagram. The seven-pointed fairy star or heptagram is used as a symbol in modern magic. It has several names, including fairy star and 11 star, used to represent the world of the fairies. It is believed this star is important as the number 7 is in various spiritual traditions of the world. It can also provide a bridge or a portal to the Fae and the element of the kingdom of magic. It is not to be used recklessly or carelessly. Y'all, you are divine. This is a divinely timed message. It is a portal that is going to lead you to some magical unfoldings this week if you will let it. Okay? If you will let it. Okay. Wow. Well, let's see. Let's get some tarot for the week, y'all. Let's find out why this is happening. We're going to find out our next best step. Ask Spirit for a peek around the corner at what we don't see coming. Yeah, don't even focus on whatever, like you have to let go of whatever was stormy since the beginning of the year. And with that full moon, even, and it's in Libra, so things cutting away for so long now, 6 months ago, okay? Don't, you got your sea legs, is what I'm hearing. In this time period, you earned those sea legs, so use them. Stand up, be bold in your truth, okay? Why is this happening? Emperor, because you have leveled up. That's it. You have earned your sea legs. And this is the Emperor rules over Aries. This is Aries time. Did I mention we have an 18 degrees, the sun 18 degrees of Aries, which it is absolutely exalted at 18 degrees and in a fire sign? This is your energy. You have the characteristics of all the kings within you. Now, the emperor can get a little cranky and crotchety, right? He's not necessarily a warm, snuggly person, but he is revered. He's respected. He understands divine connection. Okay. That's why it's happening. Spiritual leaders, teachers, and guides, you all need to step up. This is the time. This is the time. What's our next best move, Spirit? The full moon. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Full moon is super important. It has many faded messages this week. We're going to lean into the full moon. Come to the ceremony. Be prepared. Listen, some people don't like the term cutting cords and things like that. It seems very harsh for our little empathetic selves. So let's just say you are retiring from certain relationships or certain commitments. You're just retiring, and we celebrate retirements, right? We're moving on. But also what I'm drawn to here is this card very much brings up, like, trust your intuition this week. Feelings are coming up. You can feed the wolf who is primal and still fights. And I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with that one, but it's always which one are you going to feed? The fear or the faith? Okay. Our next best move is to focus on the meanings of that full moon in Libra. Think back to September of last year. Also happening on that day, I mentioned, and there is a strong Uranus in Taurus, Uranus moving to 25 degrees between now and about the end of the month. There's just a real opportunity to align with your true tribe. It's going to be shocking for some of us. Uranus is just that way, but it doesn't have to be. If you are paying attention to your intuition, I cannot stress this enough. Also, what I'm hearing, because, the full moon deals uh, with Cancer. We've had Mars in Cancer. Mars is going to be going direct. This still could be, dealing with letting go of familial relationships and identities that we've carried for so long that just don't serve us. Okay. And retiring all of that. Underneath the deck and what we don't see coming, look at that. The Strength card. We have available strength of the divine within us. We can tame our passions and focus them. But strength coming this week in what we don't see coming, I mean, that's just, to me, so it's like a soothing feeling. The universe is not gonna let us down, right? The lemon skate there, we're getting divine inspirations. We are brave, we are strong. I'm hearing like Joan of Arc feeling, okay? We're going to have conviction for where we're going. We'll be strong, but sensitive, stoic almost. Wow. For some of this, this is just a real leveling up around this full moon time. The full moon is, flanked here by the Emperor and Strength. Okay. Don't doubt. Don't let fear come in. You're the Emperor, and the universe has your back, babies. Okay, let's get one. I want to, they mentioned portal in the divinity, so I was going to draw a divine master, but the Sacred Forest Oracle deck is calling to me because they're fairies, okay? And talked about opening up the fairy magic, or just this kingdom of expecting serendipity to align with you this week, because it's going to. But these cards specifically are fairy portals. So we're going to draw final advice from Spirit from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, please, for the collective, what they need to know this week. Oh, thank you all for sticking with me. As I mentioned, I've got some more detailed astrology notes down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, get on it. We'll leave that link down below as well, come back and join us for the Thursday live. Yeah, and then Saturday we'll be live back here for the ceremony. So the owl spirit wisdom. Look at that. Oh, I love that fieriness. Very much speaking to me about passion. This is a 27 card, so that would reduce to a 9. And 9s are about endings of cycles and beginnings. You know, we've got to get there to get back to the 1 and the 0, but let's set the scene here and then let's read what the universe wants us to know. The sun has set and you feel a remarkable transformation is occurring. Your body shapeshifts into an owl. You stretch out your huge wings and silently soar to the top of the tallest pine tree and look over the moonlit forest. Your ability to see the smallest details, even in the darkness, is remarkable. Your sight expands and you see luminous light bodies of the spirit in the forest. They signal you with love and compassion. You see those back there? Abounding insight, profound majesty, and grace are available to you now simply by pulling your awareness inward. Ancient wisdom is emerging. You know the truth. Trust your intuition and perceptions right now. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. The excellent sight of an owl in the darkness corresponds with your ability to perceive the reality of every situation, even in the murkiest of conditions. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of time of profound illumination and transformation. The owl sits on the shoulder of Athena and Merlin, revealing sacred truths. In some native cultures, the owl is called the night eagle, for it has the majesty of an eagle, but works silently in the darkness of the night. This card can also mean it's time to embrace your dark side as well as your light. Though doing so, you will need to balance. Spirit Owl says, trust your ability to see the deepest truth in situations and in people. Wisdom is growing within you in a mysterious way beyond your awareness. This is a time to sign up for any inspirational courses. Messages from Spirit are all around you. Look for them and trust what you feel. Lean into that full moon this week. Definitely. It is here to illuminate your truths, illuminate and align and show you what and who is on your path. Okay? Wow. There's some magic happening this week, y'all. I hope you will come back and join the other ladies of the Spiritual View. And if I don't see you at the live or at the ceremony, I hope to see you back here next Monday. Mwah. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.